Rich and Angel. It's the Rich and Angel Show.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. We are back, and we know that there are some reasons for us to not be here, but the show must go on. So,
So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I just went live in the Food Equipment Digital Disruptor Group for a watch party.
very cool.
So we'll keep that going so we can get to as many people as possible. I think we need to get people together and talking and seeing how they're feeling about everything and
Yeah.
be here for them, be here for the people.
At the very least, if you're already working from home, you just got something to watch and you just got something to chill out to. So
Yeah.
we're here to keep you company. We're here to, make your day a little bit better if we can, and maybe share some of the stuff that we've heard third party. But other than that,
Yeah.
we're here for you guys.
We're here for you if you want to join in the conversation and you want to get some things off your chest, off your mind. So there's a lot of people dealing with stress and anxiety and different things.
Absolutely.
The whole world is going through something crazy right now, especially here in the U.S. where we are.
Yeah. So I think just shortly, like I've been doing some of the not research. I've been watching some of the commentary on this thing, and so for the most part, I will say that I was kind of reluctant to even admit this was really some sort of a danger or anything. But I mean, there is a virus. There is
Sure.
something
It's real.
that's going around for sure, and we are going to start to see numbers going up for cases, but it's not because there are more. It's because we're finally starting to test for them.
Yeah.
So obviously, seeing more cases as people report it is going to be a good thing. It's something that we should look forward to because it just means now we have that much more understanding. Just like in anything else we do, that data is super important to get through the other side. I saw something on Wall Street Journal. I can't pull it up because it's like movement and I don't want to buffer anything. But
That's all right. Well, let's just give them our beautiful faces.
yeah. So what I saw on Wall Street Journal, they did kind of like I want to say a rendering of what it would be like, the different approaches that the country could take in regards to the virus. So one approach was like just letting everybody run rampant, and it showed like a little display of a bunch of dots and how quickly it would spread. And that's what they're doing in Denmark, I believe. They're taking the approach of like, everybody do whatever. We'll just wait for everybody to get it. We'll lose some people. And then, that's it. So the hump for that was just like it was two big bumps like that. So the first wave and the second wave.
Yeah.
And then the approach that we're doing right now in most of the states in America is pretty much the minor social, what's it called? Minor social distancing, which pretty much will hedge. It'll flatten out the curve.
Yeah.
Sorry, pretty much.
I'm getting messages here.
It's all good.
So
that's the second one, and then the third one is extreme social distancing, which means pretty much everything is shut down except for the bare essentials.
which is what you've been doing for years.
I've been shut down forever.
I saw your post.
My Facebook post. Yeah, that got some traction on it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not one of those people that can be easily persuaded. I'm not gullible. I'm not a lot of these things. I pride myself big on common sense and logic.
Yeah.
It's gotten me through life. It's gotten me really far in life.
Right.
But I'm also not going to be uncooperative or not understanding to other people's feelings. So,
Right.
if you have feelings, strong feelings about this, and you're scared and you're nervous, my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to my employees here. That's one of the things we've been addressing today. Today's been the biggest day for us to really begin addressing these things as we watch things begin to unfold. For the food equipment service side, to the people in the Food Equipment Digital Disruptor Group, anyone in the trades, anyone in the service industry, we're going to begin to start feeling the effects, I think.
Yeah.
I've already gotten a couple of calls from some national chains that we work with, and they're closing down. They're going to be doing takeout delivery. Things are going to be a lot really tight knit, and I don't think there's going to be much money being spent
Yeah.
on any side. We're not looking to spend any money. They're not looking. We're just looking to hunker down here and try to get through these next few weeks, hopefully.
Yeah. So from what I'm hearing, it's going to be about a 15-day trial period where they're really going to try and condense everything down. And if we can get over
We hope
that,
that.
yeah, and we can kind of crush that curve, then things will change. But right now, nobody really knows what the long-term
No,
play is.
This
Nobody
is
knows.
this is uncharted waters for everyone. So I mean, I've talked with a couple of people already. If Josh Zolan is out there, I know he was going to be doing a podcast. Josh, if you're watching and you want to jump on, I can give you a ring. Let me know.
For sure.
Roger Smelser, I was talking to him earlier. Well, he was talking to me. He Marco Polo'd me. I haven't
Cool.
get back to him yet. We've just been trying to get through some things here, but they're seeing changes. It's like, well, listen, we have people have PTO days, they have vacation days, they have whatever they want to use, but we're also finding out there's going to be some possible bailouts for small businesses.
Yes.
$850 billion thing going on here right now. Is if we can get a piece of that to be able to continue to pay our employees and everything. Because listen, we're a small business. It's not like we have massive bankrolls behind us and so it's this is it's touch and go. It's day by day. It's actually right now. I'm looking at this hour by hour even.
Yeah.
Throughout the regular work day.
Yeah, for sure.
So I say to the people out there, if you're running service companies. You're on the operational side and you're saying to yourself, what do we do? I tell you, I say you stay open. You stay open and you stay working until something happens that maybe makes us say, well, we better shut down. Right. But day to day, hour to hour, right now, I just debriefed. I'm making phone calls one by one to every technician. Mm-hmm. And we just had a big meeting upstairs about an hour or so ago. And we're playing it by ear. We're playing it by ear. This is not going to destroy us. It's not going to destroy the economy. My opinions. I think we're going to come back stronger than ever.
Alexander says you have to go live video every day so we know you're alive.
We will. We'll try.
We'll try. Mike Reed says the money will slow down. It's guaranteed. Bright side, customers still getting equipment serviced.
Yeah. And Katie Green is over in the food equipment group. Hey guys, it's getting crazy here in the Dallas area, digging in and trying to be proactive where we can. Yeah, and I think that's key. So one of the things I think is going to be important for service companies is going outside of the box.
Yes.
We talked about it yesterday, but we also have to keep in mind that people might not want to spend any money as well, right? But that doesn't mean we can't pick up the phone and call some facilities directors at supermarkets and different places that we know are going to be open. We have a lot of PMs coming up this month. Right. So we have a bunch of different grates and rocks and burners and knobs and all these different things that we replace in certain areas. We know we're going to be able to get guys in there, keeping them working.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, and you tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like with all of these things being run at a bare minimum, I would think that their equipment has to take kind of top priority to make sure nothing goes down in the near future. So, I mean, that could be the sense of urgency that you place on the customers. Like, listen, we really just want to make sure you guys are okay throughout this time, especially when you guys are the only things open right now. So, I mean, yeah, there's an upside to that as far as business goes, where like it's not like this industry is expendable. My brother works in hospitality, works at a hotel. They shut down the doors. This is the Grand Hyatt. They're closing the doors to the Grand Hyatt.
Yeah,
it's wild.
Yeah, I mean, those are the places that it's tough, the businesses that it's going to be tough on, like gyms. Local gyms are closing down. Yep. You can't congregate. You're trying to keep people away from each other and quarantined into, stay in your homes and all that stuff. So, for us, I think we are in a very fortunate position business-wise because we can still work, I think, at least right now. Again, this is a day-to-day, hour-to-hour thing. We're monitoring it. We're changing. We're evolving as it happens. And the number one thing is you want your team to feel safe. Right. So all I can offer is that if someone doesn't feel safe and they feel like they need to go home and be quarantined and they're really, really fearful, then I encourage them to do that. Right. I just sent two of the girls up in the office. They just weren't feeling too good about everything. And we got Lysol. Get ready for this. Ready?
Okay. I don't feel so good all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, everyone. We're going to come down and Lysol that in a minute, but we have Lysol and wipes and everything upstairs. And, but nevertheless, they're working from home. So we set them up from home, and they'll work from home. and everybody who else is here is fine. I'm gonna be here every day. I'm gonna continue to open the doors until further notice. We don't have any foot traffic here.
Right.
We don't have customers walking in every day. It's just the employees. So once in a blue moon, you might get a walk in for a part, but we're just not that kind of company. So
yeah, I also think there's a weird, I guess, separate conversation that we should be having about technology and how we can use it to kind of advance remote working. I mean,
yes,
teachers are they're teaching online right now, and they weren't trained for that at all. I just read a Facebook post from an old friend that's a teacher in Wanacue, I think. He's having to do entirely online courses for a middle school, and he's never had to do that. He was never trained to do that.
Yeah.
So I think there is something to be said about how we can figure out some sort of remote working system, even if it's just to further the technology in the industry, not even to solve this problem right now, but we don't know how long this might last. So
we don't. This is 2 weeks is the bare minimum right now.
Yeah.
It's not the maximum. This could go on. This could go on into May.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, some places
we don't know.
Are saying that, a good whole run of the entire virus as calculated by other viruses and what's going on in Italy and stuff like that, you're looking at July sometime before everything is totally back to normal.
Yeah, and I there's a website called Worldometer. So let me just go to this right now. Actually, I'll give you the latest. The latest on coronavirus says here, 196,723 coronavirus cases.
Interesting.
7,927 deaths. 81,683 recovered.
Wow.
Active cases currently infected 107,113. Mild condition 100,000. Serious or critical 7,000. Closed cases 89,610. And out of those was the 7,900 deaths. 81,000 recovered. And then you go down by country. So right now, as of right now, China, total cases 80,000.
Wow.
21 new cases today. And 3,200 deaths.
Wow.
Italy, 31,000 cases. New cases as of right now, 3,500.
Wow.
In Italy.
It's just the Italians are so affectionate,
Yeah. And then you go to the U.S. Total cases, 5,800. New cases, 1,100. Deaths, 99. 99 died out of 327 million.
Yeah.
And this is being deemed a pandemic. Things are shutting down. It's just this is where the logical side of me says, what the?
Yeah. It's a separate issue. I think it's an issue in sociology, in the human condition of how people react to fear and stuff like that, because it doesn't necessarily make sense that everybody shuts down everywhere or that everybody stops consuming. But because that's happening, it's adding to the fear of I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to lose this. I'm going to lose that. Where if we were all to kind of remain calm, cool, and collected, that wouldn't necessarily be the case.
Right.
But we also need to remember those numbers are now rising because we're testing more. We weren't testing people for this 2 weeks ago. And so, of course, the more people you test, statistically, the more people that are going to show up with the virus.
Right.
So it's a good thing we're getting that information.
Right.
What's good, Janine? Janine just walked in. I'm going to drop a bomb on Janine.
Janine's on the live. Janine just came in on the live. We're live, Janine. If you come into view, they're going to see you.
Grab that
the
mic.
world is going to see you, Janine. We're here for the people. Tell the people you're here for them.
Grab that mic. Talk to them. No, that one.
Oh, you can grab that one right there. Yeah, don't cross-contaminate the mics.
Say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Ooh.
That's Janine. She's off camera. Ben Cologne said, "Stay safe, guys."
Yes.
We are trying.
We're trying to stay safe.
Angel's going to continue to do some commentary for you while I take a look at this.
Turn off our mics.
So like I said, let's take a quick commercial break. So I'm interested to know, guys, what is your take on all this? Where are you in the country? How is it in your area? I'm really interested to know because we have a unique perspective here. We're really close to New York. We're shutting down Times Square. My brother went through Times Square, sent me a picture. It's desolate right now. So I'd be interested to know if you're. I know Katie Green is in Texas. What's it like down there as opposed to normal? What's going on in your area? Drop a little comment on us.
And just FYI, what's going on here is we don't stop business, ladies and gentlemen. We have a very big school bid that we have to get out.
Interesting.
So we just finished that. I'm going to make sure that goes out today.
Yes. And if you have a perspective on like what this industry should be doing during this time, let us know, because
Jump in the conversation.
Yeah,
If you want to be a call-in guest on the show, drop your number in the comments. I'll give you a ring. Talk about what you have going on in your neck of the woods, and maybe put some minds at ease and let everyone know that, listen, you're not alone. We're just trying to stay above water right now. We're trying to do what's right for the people around us. We're trying to do what's right for our employees, our family, our customers, our vendors. We want to stay in business, and we want to do it proper. And if anybody has any places where we can get disinfectants and gloves, and we know where we could do all that stuff, let us know. We do have limited supply right now, and it's just we're trying to figure that out too. So maybe you want to jump in and let people know some things of what you got going on, because
those things will be back by next week, though.
they'll be back. They'll be back, but people are going to continue to buy them in bulk.
Yeah. I think they're
overbuying, man.
There's an increasing kind of like social stigma around buying in bulk right now, which is good, because I'd rather that than like mandated, caps on how much you can buy. I think it's
somebody's sending me, in the Cali words, hella messages right now.
Hella message.
Like nuts.
Or in New York, where it's mad messages.
What's going on here?
Mad messages, bro. But yeah, I mean, I do think there's an increasing kind of social stigma around, like, you can't just go and buy the entire freaking supply of toilet paper or all of the cleaning supplies. Like, leave some left over for the people that actually need it. The companies that are still open and operating and need to be sanitized in order to further their work. I will say that most of this stuff that's going on right now is really giving the blue collar worker a chance to shine. And on the bright side of things, not to say that dismissively, but plumbers, electricians, HVAC techs, food equipment techs, they're the ones that are out there every day still.
Yep.
And we can't shut those off. That's why I put in the post today. Mike Gross said it, like, we're the ones that make civilized lives possible.
Yes.
And the last thing that we need at a moment like this is to not have civilized lives. So we still need plumbers to be doing.
These are essential positions right now.
Yes.
We need to be out here.
It's funny how that works.
So Josh hit me up in the food equipment group that he's down to chat.
Okay.
And yes, Samantha, I checked you line. All right. So I'm gonna have to leave. I'm gonna have to end the watch party here in the food equipment group. See if I can call Josh.
Okay, wait.
I have the Bluetooth up first.
Bluetooth up.
Yep. All righty. So we're going to be connecting Josh Solon, CEO of Windy City Equipment. And ladies and gentlemen, these are allergies. I'm telling you. Bad time to start getting allergies, right?
Yeah. Awkward time for allergies.
Awkward.
Hi, you've reached Josh with Windy City Equipment.
Wow, Josh. You gave us, my friends and I used to call that the FU button.
Yeah.
Hit us with the
That didn't sound like it. Sounded like it just went right to voicemail, though.
Yeah.
Yo.
Josh.
What's up?
What's up, brother? Hey, we got you live on all channels. So
Oh, right on. Right on. Pleasure to be here, guys. Thank you for discussing this out in the open. And I think it's a big topic, obviously, of discussion that people are probably very curious about. So.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to see if I can get us back live. Boy. In the food equipment group. Now.
Oh, you had to get out? And the last thing that we need at a moment like this is to not have. Oh, somebody's. Can you turn down your radio, please, sir? Josh,
No, me? No, I closed it.
No, I got you. You good?
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
Right, cool. Can you turn down your radio?
Oh, how do we? What is that?
No, me?
Oh, is that because
No,
I have
I
this
closed
on?
it.
No.
That's because I have this. That's because I have
Oh,
this
okay,
on.
cool.
It's because I have this on. This is live. This is live.
I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to
That's
listen.
because of the food equipment digital disruptor group. I have my phone on at the same time with the Bluetooth. It's going to pick up.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I just shut that down. Let's just stick with the call.
We can work with the echo if you want. Oh,
No.
Thank you guys for this.
All right.
staying around for this compelling content right here.
This is what happens when you go live, people. But we got some people watching on these channels, so I think it's good that we are talking about it. So,
Absolutely.
so Josh, Arizona, what's going on out there, man?
Yeah, so it started to grow in concern a little bit later last week, and then as of yesterday, we started getting word of some of the restaurant closures here in town. A lot of restaurants are remaining open for carry out and delivery, but closing up their dining rooms. Which is, obviously that's not worst case scenario for us because the show must go on.
Right.
They still have food to keep cold and food to cook, and that means that we all still have a job. So, all things considered, that's good. I feel terrible for a lot of the smaller companies and the businesses and things like that are feeling this because it was seemingly out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I can only hope that they're prepared in one sense or another. So we have yet to see what it all is going to mean for our industry and our markets. I know Houston did the same thing. Houston closed down a lot of their shops too, and I just got an email, about 30 seconds ago from another customer of mine that just decided to close their doors entirely. So,
boy.
and usually until what it's looking like is towards the end of March. So just anywhere between the 27th and the 31st is when a lot of these places are looking at opening back up.
Right.
From my understanding. So could be worse. Yes. And I think that this is another test. I think that a lot of people will find opportunity in it, as weird as that sounds.
I agree.
But I think as people, we need to always look for the opportunity and, make sure that we have a steady hand through all this.
Yeah, I think it's a great point. I also think there is something to be said about not being afraid to continue to market your services at a time like this, because I have noticed that there's a little bit of hesitance from people to really say, hey, we're still in business, come and help us out here and buy from us, because you don't want to feel like you're taking advantage of the situation. But in actuality, it's in the macro level, it's really helping the country for businesses to continue to do what they do.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, the restaurants, like it's happening all over. So we just got word that a couple of chain accounts that we work with are formally now shutting down.
Right.
We're probably not going to see much work coming away from those particular places, but I'm still going to reach out to some of those facility directors, and maybe Josh is on the same wavelength. I don't know. We'll ask him in a second. As far as offers to come in and do different things that they might not be, used to, as far as cleanings go and everything. And I'm doing this at reduced rates. Nothing like we're looking to just try to make something of this. It's really in to be able to keep our techs moving and working, number one, and also could help them out with equipment that's probably been neglected. If the customers aren't used to usually doing steamers, cleanings and getting the scale out and opening these things up, and now's the time to do it. And we could keep the cost low. I wouldn't even be looking to. I'd just be looking to cover costs, even just to keep guys working. I don't know. Are you looking like thinking outside the box? And what are you thinking about stuff like that, Josh? Like the outside the box stuff, even past that, maybe stuff we don't even normally do. Someone just messaged me about I have to go back and look, but beginning to clean floors and moving equipment out and cleaning floors and doing different things. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think that goes back to adapting to the situation and having a steady hand through it. Just we have to be creative, and I haven't had a chance, because all of this in Arizona really only started to happen yesterday. So we're still kind of seeing how this is all going to unfold. But one of the thoughts that I had in my head is it's an opportunity to offer a PM service that includes disinfecting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Some really deep cleans on a lot of surfaces that get touched a lot. Especially if for these restaurants that are closing down entirely. Would probably be pretty beneficial if nobody else was in there except for us, and we're doing a complete disinfecting. So, when they come back in, everything's going to be clean, everything's going to be sanitary, so I think that would go a long way. But again, I go back to the leadership in all these organizations, in a calm sea, anyone can be a leader, the test comes when the storm does.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're seeing right now is the storm. So, people like
Yeah.
you and me and you know, a lot of our colleagues in the industry and the tech group and everything else. You know, we all got really good heads on our shoulders. And,
Yeah.
like you preach all the time, it's about community. I'm sure there's going to be ideas bouncing back and forth through all the groups and
Yeah.
all the
Yes.
messages about how we can, you know, kind of come together and make sure that, as Roger often says, you know, all the ships rise with the tide. So
Absolutely.
This is it.
and I'm sorry about all these nautical references. I don't know where that came from. You know,
Yeah, they work though. They're fitting. So you know, yeah. And I think I see a lot of that in the Fed group. You know, a lot of people are posting, and even on their personal things about, you know, keeping, you know, if you have customers of yours or even just local community places that you frequent or maybe
Right.
you don't frequent, go buy a gift card and get ready for when these places do open. So, you know, keep these people in business, keep these people going. These are our community, it's our customers, and do what we can at this time. I mean, because it's not going to last forever, obviously.
Right.
So, but this 2 weeks could be crippling to a lot of places.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, definitely. And then you see all of this hysteria going on right now with no toilet paper in the grocery stores. You know, and I'll tell you, I went grocery shopping yesterday, if that's what you want to call it. And, you know, I walked in and it was like a ghost town in there. There's no fruits, no vegetables, no rice, no flour, no pasta,
nothing.
you know, no nothing. It's like bare bones. And so I think the biggest message to everybody that everybody needs to remember and take away is this too shall pass.
Yes.
You know, and it's more important than ever to just remain calm, understand the situation, which, let's be honest, sometimes the media makes it very hard to understand any situation.
Yes.
You know, and get your facts from the correct sources, you know, the CDC and, you know, some of these professionals that are putting out the sites. And, you know, is it real? Is it out there? Yes, it is. And
Yeah.
you know, but it is not the apocalypse. You know,
No.
we are not all going to perish. This too shall pass. And
Yeah.
everyone just needs to remember, you know, take a deep breath and be the head of your household, be the head of your company, be the head of your community. And, you know, everybody, the more people that are willing to lead everyone else through this, the better.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
I think those are such great points. You know, it's better to look at things from a long-term perspective than like the immediate paranoia that we're seeing right now.
Yeah, and you know, being respectful and cooperating with like local law enforcements and governments, all these different things that people, you know, I understand. It's like, oh, we got, because there's curfews here. You know, 8 Jersey City is 10 o'clock.
Yeah, for us it's 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Yeah, well, the
You know?
virus goes to sleep at like 11, so
It does.
they're being safe.
It does. they know when it goes dormant. So, but I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, listen, they're just cooperate and abide by what's going on around you. Be understanding of the other people's feelings. You know, because I talk all the time. Like, I just don't buy into all this nonsense. I just don't. I know it's real. Like I said, we know it's real. We know it's affecting people. But there's been 99 deaths in the U.S. out of 327 million people.
Right.
I was talking with someone earlier today, and they said there were more car accidents in Los Angeles yesterday that caused the death than coronavirus total.
Wow.
Or something like that.
Oh yeah, and we could go down the list of things that are you know, more likely to occur than contracting the coronavirus. I mean,
Yes.
you know, 99 out of 327 million. What is that? 0.00012%?
Yeah,
Something like
it's
that.
something.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's, you know, and but the threat is real, and I understand that the rate at which people are contracting it is, you know, that's what we're trying to mitigate right now. So
Right.
you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, we need to realize there are some things that are beyond our control, and those are the things that we need to accept
Yes.
and then move on. Worry about what we can control, and we'll all be in a much better position. You know, and I understand. Yes, we can control, you know, buying 8,000 packs of toilet paper, but you know, don't take what I'm saying out of context.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, leave some stuff on the shelf for other people. You're overbuying. I mean,
Right.
you're never going to go through 40 rolls of toilet paper or
Even
20
in
even
2
20 rolls.
months.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Depends what you had for dinner last night.
It's true. Taco.
Sorry, man. Okay.
It's Tuesday, right?
It's Tuesday.
It's Taco Tuesday, so things can get
Uh-oh.
messy. Things can get messy later.
Taco Bell still open, right?
Yeah.
So we have a new comment here from a new viewers, Harry. I'm from Philly. I work for a company. We service A lot of food, supermarket refrigeration and food service equipment. People are going crazy.
Yeah. I mean, we've been talking about it. We've been seeing it. I'm gonna probably try to do a little supermarket run today just to see what's there. I'm notorious for not having anything in my house anyway,
Yeah.
which is
mean-
why I really need to go take a look and see if I can just get some things
Yeah.
just in case.
I mean, you
literally
just
have
got
nothing.
silverware, right?
Yeah, I just got silverware, people. I mean, so it's yeah. I've been living like a bachelor.
The
That's
bachelor
thing,
life. I
you
like
know.
it.
You got patio furniture in your living room too, buddy?
I do. Patio furniture was on sale last week. I had to go get it. But you know, the other thing is, so Josh, I was just talking to. I have two girls that are up in the office, warranty and some dispatch. They wanted to work from home, so we just we sent them home earlier and got them all set up there with their phones and everything. So, have you experienced anything like that, or is anyone kind of getting crazy in your office and saying, "Hey, I want to work from home"?
Not yet. Not yet. I did have. I did send somebody home sick today. You know, again, chances of them actually having the coronavirus are slim to none, but better safe than sorry. And that's just some of the things that we need to practice in this social climate right now.
Right.
And we've also made that policy as well. And I'm sure that you guys have been working on policy surrounding pandemics. This is probably nothing that we've ever had to deal with before. At least I know I haven't.
No.
But these are the things that make us better as a company, right? Because, the truth is we should be prepared for this type of thing. And, my issue right now is, if the media keeps yelling fire in a crowded theater, we're not going to know what a pandemic actually is.
Right.
Yeah.
But this at least is getting us to be prepared for it, so whether there is one or isn't one, or, at least we'll be in a better position for ourselves, our customers, our employees, and everything else, and I'll tell you, it certainly doesn't help that my wife is on this kick now where she's watching movies like Outbreak and Contagion.
Oh, no. Don't do that.
Netflix with those,
That's the
really
last
quick,
thing we need. Don't
I
watch.
know.
Just put on a Disney movie or something. Just
Yeah, they already have
That's
a
it.
documentary called Pandemic. I'm like,
I saw that
I don't
last
understand.
night.
I don't understand how it's out already. We don't know the ending yet. You
No.
know?
No,
So-
I will tell you, and if I could drop a little knowledge bomb on this show real quick. I just finished watching a video on YouTube this morning that was published this morning, actually, on YouTube. It's on the channel Valuetainment. I don't know.
Oh, yes.
So Patrick Bet-David, he's a
Bet-David.
he's a very intelligent guy, and he has two videos now on the coronavirus. The second video is far more informative, but he spent hours and hours breaking down the exact timeline of everything, the total cases, the total death count, comparing it to other diseases, and basically how it's affecting the economy right now and all of that. It's about a 25-minute video, and I will say that it helped me because it cut through all the BS,
Right.
and it's fact based.
I
So,
love
okay.
I just wanted to drop him a shout out because it's just a remarkable video that I think everybody should see, so they understand, what it is, where we're at now, what it could be, and why everything is happening the way that it's happening. I think it's called Coronavirus: How It Shut Down the World.
Oh wow!
And this is on Valuetainment?
Valuetainment.
Valuetainment, yeah, very
Okay.
good video.
Yeah, I
All
mean,
right.
to your point, Josh, Mike Reed put a comment here that says the food chain is solid. Distributors are stocked and drivers are still working. Things will calm down, which I think it is kind of going without saying right now. The overbuying that people are going through right now, and how much people are kind of stocking up on things at home. It's not like we're going to run out of food. Nobody's gonna go hungry from this. So I do think it's good to mention that, like, we're not in that state of emergency.
No, absolutely, and that's the biggest thing because people can't tell, right? If you listen to certain media outlets, then they think we're in that state of emergency,
Right.
and we're not. Just because the president declared it a national emergency doesn't mean that everyone is going to die.
Right.
Yeah, but I think the greater population, the majority of people, they hear these play on words, and then they start using them.
Right.
Like even here in this office, like the girls that wanted to go home, there's this thought in there that's see this implemented. This state of emergency. This is terrible. We're gonna die. I'm like, listen, no one's gonna die. You're gonna be fine.
Go home, watch Outbreak.
Yeah, go home, watch Outbreak, learn about Ebola, come back tomorrow. But like it causes such, like you said, like shouting fire in a movie theater. That is exactly what goes on, the triggers in people's heads when you hear states of emergency, quarantine, pandemic, all these words. They send people into shock, and they don't know what to do. And now we got to stay home. We don't breathe anything. They're walking around. I was in Walgreens on Saturday morning, and a woman came in sutured up tight to the neck. Tight black leather gloves. I'm just looking at her. I'm like, what's going on? She's got products in her hand. And she says to the cashier, she's looking at the cashier up and down. She says, you have no mask and no gloves on. And I'm just standing here looking at her because I got my nephew his second birthday card. I was just holding that. And I'm just looking at this woman. She's like, well, you can't touch these products. And the cashier was like, well, what do you mean? She's like, give me the scanner. I'll scan everything.
What?
Yeah. So the cashier just agreed. Like, okay, no problem. Here, scan your products.
Oh my God.
So and this lady was like, she was like tightened with all her clothing, tight leather gloves.
I like the point that you made after that. Somebody stocked the shelves. I think
somebody stocked the shelves. Somebody touched those things already. First of all, I mean, I don't listen. This is where the craziness comes in. I think we need to all just relax a little bit. Things are going to happen that are going to happen. You're going to walk outside. You're going to get hit by a bus. You're going to walk under a tree in a rain and a thunderstorm. You might get struck by lightning. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, and you probably have a better chance of both at this point.
Probably both. This is a big case of the what ifs.
Right.
We can't live our life like that.
And people, and look, people are gonna construe this how they are, but at the end of the day, it boils down to good hygiene, right? Wash your hands, use your hand sanitizer. Don't try to buy 80,000 gallons like that guy in Tennessee or whatever, and sell it for $70 a bottle or an ounce or whatever he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But just be mindful of your surroundings. And truth be told, there's viruses like this going out all the time that we have no idea even exist. I mean, that we haven't identified yet. So this is just good everyday practice. I know that I try to wash my hands whenever I can, and I realize we live on Earth. We have no idea what's out there and what can come to be. And, this is just good practice as a human being, and I understand. I'm speaking for the United States. Obviously, I understand that there's countries out there that, don't have the same luxuries and abilities and things like that. But at the end of the day, good hygiene, good practice, and we'll all be a lot healthier.
Very true.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Like, let's not downplay it. Like, let's take the extra precautions. If you wash your hands once a day, wash them 5 times a day. If you never use hand sanitizer, after you come out of every job, I told the guys, spray some hand sanitizer in your hand. Just do the extra little things. Right. Not only to make other people around you feel good, but just for your own well-being, just in case. Right. The little extra things. Outside of that, what else can you do?
Right.
Right.
That's it. I mean, that's it. And we just keep working. We keep our heads down. We focus and we, like you said, the things that we can control throughout the day, we're going to do that. And the leaders of these companies and the leaders of the nation and the local governments and everything, they need to step up and they need to lead.
Absolutely.
And not cause all this panic. Slow down, everyone. So I'm hoping that maybe by coming on live, I was hoping to really just let everybody know, listen, you're not alone. Have Josh on the phone. He's across the country. He's feeling it. We're all feeling it, but we're all going to be okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Gina says, let's give each other a break too. We're going to make mistakes, do and say stupid things. This is all new to us.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
This is all new. No one's been here before.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uncharted waters. So no matter what business you're in, obviously we're focused on the trades here. We're focused on food service and restaurants, and those are the things that are very important to the economy. And we'll just, again, I'm going to be redundant. No, we're going to monitor it. We're going to be day to day. We're going to pay attention to what's going on around us, and we're going to make snap decisions. A lot of the stuff is going to be on the fly decisions that we have to make.
Absolutely.
So, that's really it right now. COVID-19 taking the world by storm.
Yep, the 15 days that shook the world. Right?
Yeah, I read a meme, a funny thing actually. They said in 9 months from now you're going to see new babies' names Ka apostrophe Rona, Corona. You're going to start seeing all these weird things.
And you know what? I want to touch on this a little bit too, because I want to point out that there are a lot of memes going out there right now, and I commend the people that are keeping this light. I understand the tragedies with the elderly and things like that we've lost,
Yes.
you know. But at the end of the day, we are only human, and we really should be trying to, you know, not let fear dominate us. And
Absolutely.
the best defense against fear is laughter.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So not to laugh at the situation, but to understand that, again, this too shall pass, and not to take, you know, these memes and these jokes and things that are going around too seriously. You know, because that's all it is trying to shed a little light on the circumstances and improve the quality of life in some of those minds that, you know, might be terrified to walk outside.
Absolutely.
And that's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, you know, listen, I'm getting a kick out of a lot of these things. I just reposted one on my personal page. It was something like, you know, there's going to be no food left. I'm going to have to learn how to hunt, and I don't even know where Doritos lives.
I saw
that one's going around the internet. Like these are funny. I
that
mean,
one hit me in the heart right there.
you know, that's funny. And I just this is that YouTube.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, on YouTube, Mike Reed said, "Congrats." I don't know if you see it, Josh, where if you're watching it all, but it says, "Congrats to WCE on expanding into Houston." From Mike Reed.
awesome.
Oh, thank you, Mike Reed.
What's Alexander saying? Fear
Alexander
and panic.
says fear
Yep.
and panic are two different emotions. Fear helps to survive. Panic means certain death.
Yeah. Hey, listen, that's a good differentiator right there. I mean, that's true. I mean, fear helps to survive. Right. Listen, we all
It's the fight or flight defense. You know, defense
Right.
mechanism. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So listen, we're all going to keep doing the best we can. If you just need an ear to listen to or anything, everyone knows where to get in touch with myself on LinkedIn. If you're not in the Food Equipment Digital Disruptor Group on Facebook, go over there. You have plenty of people to bounce ideas off of and kind of navigate this thing together. Because again, this broadcast is really to let you know you're not alone.
Absolutely. Josh, thanks so much for sharing this time with us and giving us your insight.
Yeah.
You know, really appreciate
Absolutely,
it.
guys.
And
You
is
know,
there
anytime.
anything
What's
else? Anything else that you wanted to add, or anything else on your mind?
We should probably
No, you know,
plug your book.
Oh yeah. Blue's the new light, et cetera, and so forth. A special announcement: audiobook drops in a couple months. Don't have an exact date yet, but I hope that excites some people because
Nice.
I know that there were some people waiting to actually read it until there was an audio version available. So that will be out soon.
That's great.
And of course, we're all in this thing together. So if there's any advice that I can lend, or if anybody's willing to bend their ear to me, you know, so I can extract some advice from anybody in the group or anybody out there that has more knowledge on this than I do, because let's face it, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a business owner trying to weather the storm with everybody else.
That's right.
So I'll just come together and figure this thing out, and hopefully by April 1st, there's no April Fool's jokes about this thing being over, and we can all move on.
I'm sure those April Fool's jokes are coming. Somebody's waiting.
Oh, they're coming. I know they are.
So, all right, awesome, man. Listen, thanks for the time. And I'm sure I'll be talking with you soon. And
Absolutely.
yeah.
Rich Angel, thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you.
always, brother. Have a good day.
All
Stay
right.
safe out there. All right.
You guys too.
All right, man. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So there you go. That was great. That was great interaction with Josh Zolan, of CEO of Windy City Equipment out there,
Absolutely.
Arizona and Texas. So what else? What else we got going on, man? I just want the people that are watching to really know that this is not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as long as you put people at ease about, because I think a big part of the fear is not only the virus. Some people are very scared of that, but then some others are just more worried about the ramifications that are going to come along with it.
Yeah.
And I think that's really what we were talking about all of today. It's like putting aside the medical stuff, which, you know, we're not experts on.
No,
We can
not at all.
we can discuss business and what we think the trajectory is going to be within the next couple months or so. And that's not something that we should worry about too much, because like we've talked about, this is an industry that will thrive in those kind of situations.
Yeah, we're gonna bounce back stronger than ever. I
Absolutely.
really wholeheartedly believe that. And like you said, not doctors.
Yep.
We have opinions on things. I have my opinions on things. The facts are out there. Make sure you pay attention to the real websites and the real things, not someone reposting something. These reposts on Facebook can be brutal.
Oh yeah.
All right. So make sure you go to actual website. Go to the CDC. Go to your local government facility websites. Do those things, right?
Absolutely.
And again, be mindful of people's feelings, right? I think I started out a little harsh even last week. I'm like blown. I'm like, give me a break.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to just be more understanding to people's feelings, because when something's real to somebody, it's real. Yeah. It's the perception. No, our lives are all perception. And if something's really real if you're running an office, if you're running a business and you're sitting there and your customer or your employees are telling you, listen, I'm really nervous. You see them doing squirting with us. I don't know what to do. And they're like, listen, send them home.
Right.
We live in a day and age. I set them up from home.
Mm-hmm.
They have their phone. They could log in. We could see everything they're doing. We communicate. We talk to each other. The phones are still ringing. Everything's still happening. Business is still being conducted.
Right.
That's it.
They'll be more productive from home.
They will be.
And they will be panicking here.
They will be. And, again, day to day, if you're just coming in onto the show and you're just saying, this is a day-to-day thing, an hour-to-hour thing even, don't feel overwhelmed with how things are happening, because we're all in the same boat.
Absolutely.
All right. Tomorrow we wake up, there's going to be a whole new day full of surprises. So as those surprises happen, you make decisions. All right. That's what being in business is, sometimes making snap decisions and making them really fast and understanding they're not always going to be right.
Right.
But you could always rectify it by making a new decision. So
Absolutely.
don't get so crazy or down on yourself. It's easy to fall into a hole, maybe even depressions and different things like that. Listen, the fact of the matter is the sun's still coming up tomorrow.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to go out for a walk. I mean, just because you're quarantined doesn't mean
right.
You have to be indoors. Just don't go out for a walk with a group of 10 people.
Right. And Governor Cuomo in New York, I think yesterday morning or something, I saw him say something about the parks are open. Don't feel like you have to stay indoors and just get out and get some fresh air.
Right.
It's because this is one of those things. Like, yes, we want you to be quarantined maybe to your family, to your homes, but that doesn't mean you can't go for that walk.
Right.
Just get out of the house, take the kids and do something with them.
Keep your sanity.
Yeah. I mean, obviously they don't want people in closed off like restaurants and bars and gym.
Right.
They don't want people in these close quarters, closed off. Get outside and do something for yourself, and if that makes you feel better,
yeah,
it's because the business, the economy, the stock market, it's all gonna bounce back.
Yeah,
it's gonna bounce back, and it's
if
gonna
you
bounce back strong.
And if you got the income, I mean, I'm not gonna give financial advice, but by the way, these are the stocks you want to invest.
It's easy
in
to grin when your ship sails in and you got the stock market beat. Anybody know what movie that's from?
No clue.
Well, if anybody knows, they win this pen. Anyway, what else we got on our agenda? Anything else on your mind that's going on in the crazy world we live in today in 2020?
I've just been trying to rationalize this whole thing, and just try and find like a way to add value throughout the whole thing, because I think it's going to be important, especially for what we're doing on the digital side of things.
Yeah.
It's going to be increasingly more important to figure out how we want to get people to engage with us. So
yeah, and that's actually a great tip for the day here.
Yeah.
If you guys are out there and maybe you were at the Fed, maybe you're at the Fed conference, maybe you're still not putting out video, now's the perfect time to start.
Yes.
Build a community around your business in these trying times, and just let your customers, your vendors, and whoever else that you might have in that community that you want to build, let them know you're here. Let them know you're there. Go live on Facebook.
Yeah, because when people aren't out drinking, guess what they're going to be doing?
That's right. More FaceTime on the phone.
Yep.
So it's a great opportunity to connect with people. That's one of the reasons we wanted to jump on here. We want to make sure we stay connected and we stay available to you. Again, we're not psychiatrists, we're not doctors,
No.
we're just regular guys here, trying to trying to keep everybody calm, trying to run a business here.
Yeah, and we're gonna keep coming at you with the lives, because I know for me, I have a couple podcasts that I'm like a true ambassador for, and there's nothing better than just turning it on and just seeing them talk about exactly what's going on in our area. So it's a really cool feeling. We're gonna keep that up. Hopefully, we can be that for you. Just a place for you to come and kick back and talk about the inside baseball of the food equipment world, but also, you know, throw in some reality in there too.
Yeah. And now is the perfect time again to build that community. And for us here, I think we have a pretty great community that we've been building. Yeah. So to that community, to everyone watching, my LinkedIn messages are open, my email's open, my Instagram is DMs are open, Facebook, the Food Equipment Disruptor Group, we're open. We're here to talk. We're here to help and give advice, opinions on things that we're doing, and maybe something you want to implement into your business in these uncharted waters that we're all navigating. Yeah. And listen, I'm going to keep saying it because I don't know if people are coming in and coming out, because I see some numbers fluctuating, and it's a day to day. We're day to day, right? So don't be overwhelmed. Don't beat yourself up. Keep working while you can. Keep your, if you have technicians out there, keep those technicians working. Keep them positive. Give them a phone call. Give them a text throughout the day. Let them know that you're monitoring everything. I'm doing individual calls here throughout the days, and just staying in touch, letting them know, listen, make sure you got your gloves. Make sure you got, and thankfully most of our techs already have these things. They're just not in abundance. So that's the problem. As they run out, they run out.
Right.
Because who saw this coming?
Yeah.
But as things become available, we'll continue to monitor it. If I find massive supplies somewhere, I will be sure to come on here and let you know where you can go to get them. Even if I have to buy them and just freaking start shipping them out to people that need them. This way someone else doesn't come and do it.
It's true.
I'll ship them the hell out for free. I'm not looking to make money on it. So, yeah. Well,
thank you guys for staying with us throughout this whole thing.
Just about an hour here. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that we were here and we're on for people. If anyone else has anything they want to add before we go, we got another minute or two here. If anyone wants to jump in and say anything, please do so. But I think we're just going to keep saying the same thing. You are not alone. Michael Jackson.
I wish I had the man. We have to get our references beforehand so that we can.
We do. We got to get sharper. We're gonna do it. We promise, ladies and gentlemen. We promise. Tuesday, tomorrow we got Hump Day coming.
Hump Day is on its way.
So the week's moving, and that's it. I gotta go see what I'm gonna find to eat tonight.
Oh yeah.
We got a couple of things in the house now, but some chicken or something. I don't know.
We got a quick little.
Oh, what do we got?
Says, I hate to plug, but Partstown has nitrile gloves.
Hey, okay. Well, that's good to know. Yeah. I'm going to go check that out. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for letting us know. That's good.
If you leave with nothing else, at least you got some gloves now.
Yeah, so if anybody out there, if you need gloves, Partstown does have them. I'm going to go check and see what we need as far as quantities go, and maybe I'll be placing an order. So I thank you very much. Yeah. And I think everyone watching will thank you. Yeah, we definitely want to get some gloves in our tech's hands because we are running low. Yes. So good. I guess that's it. Yeah. Listen, we're here with you. We're here for you. And we'll definitely see. Maybe we'll go live again tomorrow because this is like one of these things. I think maybe we should stay in touch with the people and continue to. So look for a live every day this week. I would look for a live every day this week.
Let's do it.
We really should. This is the perfect time, perfect atmosphere to do that, to stay connected and be here for everyone and be a place that people can come and maybe get some solace and some info and some different things.
Sure.
All right. So with that said, man, let's go off into the sunset and stay coronavirus free.
Yep.
And I wish everybody well. Everything's going to be all right. I promise.
Be safe.
See you tomorrow.
Reaching angels. your name.